Hey guys, it's Martin over here. I'm very happy that you came here today and I want to speak about explicity of body language. I want to tell you how to actually get a message from a body language reading. When you see some movements of the other person, so when can you be sure that this movement has this meaning, and when you can't be sure, when you see that movement and there is no guarantee that it has this meaning. So this is what you are going to learn in this video. So I hope you're ready to that. Reading body language might be tricky because when you are reading body language, you are just observing movements of body. And that might be problem because when you are listening words, you can't change meaning of one word for another. But when you are reading body language, you have to know much more stuff to explain one movement. So it means that you have to pay more attention and look for more things when you want to get a message out of reading of body language. Because one movement can mean something different in another context. I'm gonna give you an example in next section of this video. And when you know the context of that body language, then you have to observe for more similar movements so you can be totally 100% sure about meaning of that cluster of body language. So those are two main pillars of observing a body language I want to speak at the moment. So let's speak about context. When you want to explain particular movements, you need to know why it have been done. You need to know the surrounding of the people, of the person you are just reading, so you might put that explanation of that movement into right context, into right meanings, into right lines, borders. So let me explain that on example. When you are watching someone and that person is crossing his legs, crossing his arms in front of himself or herself, it can have particular meaning. You can explain that as that person is distancing from you. She is not feeling comfortable in front of you. This can be that description of this situation, of that body language cluster. But the context is essential in this reading. Because when you are going to see a girl doing this kind of movement while waiting for bus in -5 degrees Celsius outside, she's gonna do that probably because she is freaking cold. She doesn't mean to distance from you, she just tries to get warm herself. But when you are going to see this cluster in a restaurant, when you are dating that girl, she is probably closing in front of you. She doesn't feel comfortable around you, so she needs to increase outer contact. She needs to comfort herself. And that is probably that meaning that she is not comfortable with you. So you see, those are two different explanations with the same body language cluster, with the same body language movements. So when you are reading body language, you need to know the context of that movement. So you need to observe much more than just that person. You need to observe the surrounding of that person. You need to consider what he's been through, for example, that day. And all that you have to make count when you are reading body language, when you want to get a actual valid message out of that reading. And now there is a second pillar I want to speak about, and that is clusters. Clusters are groups of movements we need to follow when we are observing body language, when we want to get a valid information out of that person. There is a general rule that you have to find at least 3 body language signs, clues, which confirm the same message. Like, for example, when you are meeting a person and you are not sure if that person is actually happy about seeing you. So you need to find more body language clues to be sure if that person is actually happy about meeting you. When you saw that person, when that person saw you, you saw that his brows raised a little bit. Great, you got a first body language clue. Then that person smiled. Great, you got a second one. And when you've been approaching yourself on a personal zone, that person opened himself to hug you. And now you got at least 3 body language clues that that person is actually happy about meeting you. This is what I mean. You have to watch closely for at least 3 body language clues when you want to get a valid message out of that reading. Of course, you can pick a message out of one body language clue, but it's just Russian roulette. You're just guessing. When you want to be 100% sure, you have to find at least 3 or 4 of that clue. So this is it for now. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you would have any questions, you can easily contact me on Instagram, on Facebook. You can find links down below in the description of video. So if you would like to get in touch with me, you can easily do that over there. There is also a link on an online course, How to Make People Like You, which I have created. So if you would like to sign up for that course, you are free to do that, and you will be very welcomed. If you have liked that video, you can give a thumb up. You can share it on your social profiles. It will make me very happy. And I hope I'm gonna see you again with the next video. Have a nice day, and thank you again. Bye.